So today the big question is, what is law of attraction? So that's what we're going to talk about. It's one of the most common questions that I get. So I think it works better if you understand a little bit more. Now we could spend several days, a whole entire book, a course just on this. So this is just going to be a little bit of an overview, but hopefully it will help you a little bit to become more of a creator, creating a magnificent experience rather than just letting this universal law happen to you. Even if you aren't paying attention or don't know how it works, it still affects you. So we're going to talk about what it is, essentially how it works and how it affects you, how you can better use this to your advantage, a little bit about what you shouldn't do so that you can become a better student or even master the law of attraction, because it's a lot more fun when you realize how much control you have over what happens to you. So first of all, the law of attraction is a law. It's a universal law, and just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it's not affecting you. Even if you don't understand how it works, does not mean that it's not affecting you. It's affecting every single person all the time. So if you think of it like a law, let's kind of mirror it like gravity, for instance. You know that gravity works. You may not understand how it works, but we do know if you jump off of a building, you will hit the ground. You might die, right? But if you know how the law works and that you're going to hit the ground, maybe you can wear a parachute to slow the process down and come down gently. It's the same way with the law of attraction. I want to understand a little bit better how it works. So what happens with your thoughts is that they have energy to them. There's a frequency, if you will, to your thoughts, just like the radio frequency. So when I think something, I'm putting out a frequency. Now, think of it this way. When you're standing in an elevator and you stare at the back of somebody's head, right? You just stare at them. What do? They turn around and look at you because they feel that, because that frequency is coming to the other person. So they turn around and they look at you. Have you ever thought about a friend? And man, I'd really love, this happened to me actually recently. Man, I'd really love to see this person or hear from this person. And it had probably been, 15 years since I'd heard from, seen, whatever. Out of the blue, I get a phone call. I'm like, I did that. I totally did that. This happens to me all the time. It's fun. It's really fun when you learn how to be the creator of your own experience. So it works all the time, whether you're thinking about it or not. And what most people are doing is they're thinking about what they don't want instead of what they do want. So most people are thinking about, well, first of all, a lot of people are complaining. This is just what people do, is they complain. They complain about the weather. They complain about their food. They complain about the meal they just had. They complain about their spouse. They complain about their job. They complain about their work. They complain they don't have money. Like, I don't even have to go on because you know it. You're like, yeah. We all have stuff that we are complaining about constantly in our lives. So what I'm doing is I'm noticing, I'm giving attention, I'm giving energy, I'm putting out a frequency to all of these things that I'm saying no to. Well, you can't shout no and make it go away in a universe of inclusion. So if my thoughts have this frequency, think of your thoughts as a magnet, let's say. So I'm thinking about something that I want to experience in my life, and therefore I'm pulling it to me. Now, it's not instant, because the moment you think about how much you love puppies, you don't want a whole bunch of puppies to just come out of nowhere into your life. Let's say a friend walks by and gives you a box of puppies because they want to get rid of them and you want them, because these are the kind of things that can happen. So it's not instant. There is a buffer of time between what you're thinking about and what you receive, but it's really about you matching up your energy to what you want. So I can say that I want to make more money, but I can't feel broke. Because I'm attracting broke. I can say that I want love, like, where is he? Where is my Prince Charming? Like, I can think about this person, like, I want my soulmate. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And all you're thinking about is how alone you feel. And I'm never going to get married. I'll hear people say this all the time. I'm never going to get married. I'm never going to find the right person. You know, when I was looking for a spouse many years ago, all I kept thinking was, is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? And both of us had an entire list of what we wanted to manifest in our soulmate, of what we wanted to attract, the things that we wanted. And my husband gave me 3 pages of my dream woman, And it was like me on paper. Some of the stuff I'm like, you better be careful what you write down because you might get it. So he handed it to me. He said, you know what, I'm done. Because if you know very clearly what you want, when you receive it, you will know. When you meet that person, you will know because you were so clear about what you wanted. So I can't focus on it not being there. I can't focus on the absence. I can't shout no. No, I don't want debt. And one of the things that a lot of people want to say is no more debt as one of their goals. But this is actually the wrong way of thinking. So this is what happens. What a lot of people do is our brains are wired to protect us by worrying. So we're hardwired to worry. So we're going to have to rewire your brain to focus on the positive. And you hear a lot about this, like be positive, be positive. For some people, they're like, that's just annoying. Like, why do I want to be positive? I want to talk about the way it is. I want to be annoyed by my job and my boss and by the things that I have to do. Or I want to be annoyed by my employees. And I want to be frustrated sometimes because it feels good to just be frustrated and focus on what is, because that's reality and you should face reality. No, you shouldn't face reality. You should create your reality. And the way that you do that is by letting that shit go. You just got to let it go. You cannot complain all the time about how everything is not going right for you and expect it to go right. You're a magnet. Your thoughts are a magnet. Whatever you focus on, you get. You get it all the time, whether you like it or not. You're always attracting. This law is always working for you. Now, this buffer of time that I was talking about really serves you because it gives you time to straighten it out. A positive thought is a million times more effective than a negative one. So I have bad days. Everybody has bad days. My husband has bad days, but we're good about working with each other to remind us of that. And so if I'm having a bad day or I don't feel good, or my husband's having a bad day or doesn't feel good, we'll talk to each other. And he says, we even had this discussion this morning. He's like, I'm tired. And I'm like, you've been saying that every single day. I'm tired. Well, guess what? You're gonna feel tired. You can't always talk about how tired you are and expect to feel energetic. So this morning he said, you know what? I'm going to get straight on the treadmill. I'm going to create energy. And that's what he did. You have to make the decision that I'm not going to just say what is. I'm going to create something differently. You have the power to change the way that you feel. Your thoughts and the action is what creates and what attracts. So by taking action, by going and getting some exercise to stimulate energy in the body, what that action did was change the state that he was in. And that is how you're going to attract things differently. So you have to put some action towards what you want. So if you're looking for a spouse, or you want to make more money, or you want to start a business, or you want to do something, it's really important that you start doing something towards that goal, even if it's beginning to research or talk to other people, or finding some way to get into a place where you actually feel like this is a possibility, because I want to get into the place where I can feel it manifesting, where I can see the possibility rather than being focused on the impossibility. So most people are thinking about what they don't want most of the time. And this is why they're creating more of the same, more bad relationships over and over. I have people around me that I see that keep attracting the same bad relationship over and over because they're still talking about each bad relationship. They're remembering the past bad relationship. It's been a struggle and these things keep happening to me, and why me? And I guess I'm just meant to suffer. No, you're not meant to suffer. You can change your life by changing the way that you think. You can change your experience by changing the conversations that you have, by changing your thinking, by focusing on what's right, by getting into a mindset of, I have control over what's happening. I have control over how I feel. No one is out to get me, and no one is destroying my life. I can choose to look at my job in a positive light. I can pull out what's good about everyone around me. I can pull out what's great about the weather. I can look for the positive because it is there if you're looking for it. So from now on, pay attention to what you're saying. Pay attention to what you're thinking and giving your attention to. Think about the things that you want and ask the question, what if? Instead of what if in the negative, like what if my car breaks down, or what if I can't afford gas to put in my car? What if I lose my job? Most people are focused and ask the questions because their brain is hardwired to protect them. What if they're just looking for, something that could go wrong? But what if you change that thought process to, what if I made more money than I've ever made this year? What if my dream soulmate or my dream mate or somebody that I'm looking for just shows up in my life this year? How would that feel? How would that make me feel? Would I smile a little bit more? Would I be happier more often? Would I talk about what's great in my life more frequently? How would that change my life? How would you feel? Think about that for a minute. If all of those things that you think about that you want in your life, wouldn't that change the way that you feel, the stories that you tell? And if you can do that now, if you can get into the feeling place of that now, that's how you're going to get closer to it. My name is Laura Lair. You can find me at lauralair.com, where I offer a free training just for my subscribers. I also send out love notes, so follow me at Laura Lair, and please comment. I would love to hear your questions. Sending out videos every week, so I want to know what you want to know. No topic is off limits, so ask your questions in the comments below. Let me know if there's something that you learned in this video, and if you think that it would help someone else, please share, like the video and share it with your friends. I'm sure you know someone who could use this information. It might brighten up their day today too.